Hello everybody and welcome on my YouTube channel. You are with Alan Rees and today we will speak about an urban legend. Mechanical destroyers has been nerfed or not. So it's now, let's discover the second review of Mechanical Destroyer. First of all, I want to clarify one important point. In this review, I will not go deeply inside the skills, statistic and positionment because it's exactly the same than in the first version. So if you are interested to check the first reviews that I did about Mechanical Destroyer, you can click on the link below of my pictures and you will see all this part. I can just show you one point quickly. The review of the skill like that, and you can see that absolutely nothing changed in according to the first version in the test server. It's exactly the same about his statistic. So if something changed, it's the basic damage of skills, and this we can't see directly in the detail of skills and statistic. So we will test it and we will have the answer if he get nerfed or not. For this first test, I'm using only 2 heroes. The target is to check if his skills has been changed or not. So we can see especially third skill, Rocket Barrage, and he didn't change because the energy is filled every time that rocket is touching, and it's exactly like on a test server, and I'm surprised about it because it's a big advantage. Mechanical Destroyers is able to be full of energy 2-3 times during one fight, when all is okay for him, for sure. And the main difference, if you can see, on test server, all heroes are red 2, full geared, full enchanted, and most of them are full trained. In this condition, my Mechanical Destroyer is trained, but he is not full, and my enemy is not full trained also. But we will see all what we want, and we will have a good idea of the result. Okay, I killed, and if we are checking the result, 227k damage, I killed them, so it's exactly the same damage than on the test server. For the moment, I don't see any difference. We will see now in real fight. All setups that I'm using are exactly the same than in my first test, so excepted some gear and some training, the result will be normally close to the original version, especially when you see that my Admiral and my Queen of Curse are orange too. It's no incidence on the result on this fight. I'm actually really curious about the result because, like you saw, I invested on this hero. Is 5 stars now for me, so I use the 250 Almighty Soulstone because I'm believing that he is really strong, and perhaps I did mistake, but I don't think so. So we'll see in 10 seconds the result. He did 2 times his ultimate, nearly 3. So statistic of the fight, 315,000 damage, and on my first test on the test server, he did 330,000 damage, so the difference is really close, and like I told, on test server, my Mechanical Destroyer was absolutely full train. For the second fight, another time, it's exactly the same setup versus the same setup than on the test server. It will be hard, I think, for my Mechanical Destroyer to survive, because his training is not full, And in front of me, it's a lot of physical damage who will touch me, especially Puppet Master and Rose Fencer who are able to ultimate in the right way. So I will receive a lot of damages. For the moment, I'm surviving, but it's really not for a long time, I'm thinking. Still alive. Ooh la la. Still alive. I need one heal. I need one heal. I will die with this ultimate. Okay. 23 seconds. Most of the time he was alive during this fight. So I was expecting that, and like I told, the training is really important, it's sure, and when you have something like 10,000 life less than on a test server, these 10,000 life are making a huge difference. We will see anyway the result. 236,000 damage. It's the same result than on the test server another time with my mechanical destroyer who is dying before the end of the fight. Let's see now the last fight. For this last fight in the test server, my skeleton mage was dead really quickly. We will see if we will be able to do something better. I'm not sure. No, he's dead. So like on the test server, and now we'll see the rest of the fight. Okay, my rabbit was dead also on test server. This time he seems to be alive, so it will change a little bit the result of the fight because damage of rabbit are crazy. Or I will even win. It was a draw match on test server, so this time we can see statistic of the fight. 271,000 damage. I did 400 for this fight on test server, but for the reason that my rabbit didn't do nothing on the test server. So finally the result is globally exactly how I was expecting it. So let's now conclude. I will give you my final advice and my final opinion about this hero. If you want to see the strengths and weaknesses of this hero, in my opinion, you can click on the link below of my pictures. I will not do it again because nothing changed. For my advice, I can tell you that you can invest on this hero without any doubt. He's really strong, but he needs training. If you have him 5 stars, full red 2 without any training, his HP are not sufficient and he will die quickly, especially if you have a full physical damage dealer in front of you. Tarot Prophet, Puppet Master will make him explode. So you can use him in PvP everywhere except in Arena. Actually, I think he doesn't have any slot to be efficient in Arena, and you can also use him in PvE because for some bosses, chapter 17, 18 and 19 is really efficient. So it's a good choice to have this hero in your arsenal, a good damage dealer with a good control. Thank you everybody for watching this second review of Mechanical Destroyer. Like you saw, I don't think that he get nerfed. I didn't see any differences between test server and live server, excepted the training with not full for me on live server, but when I will reach the sufficient level of training, it won't be any differences. My next video will be the second review of Thunder Beast, and this time you will have some differences. It's a good surprise. I don't tell you anything else right now, but you will like it. Last things, the video of bosses chapter 17, 18 and 19 is coming soon. Don't worry, I didn't forget about it, but I need crazy good RNG to propose you something nice. So sometimes it's come, sometimes it's not coming. You can follow my actuality on Facebook, Twitter. Also, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you want to support my work, you can click on the last link of the pictures. Thank you guys. Bye bye.